What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Guys, if this is your first time on the No Gas J video on the No Gas J channel, listen, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, I always say this and I always mean it. I appreciate you as well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Very nice decorations. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about the cons of adding motorcycle tires to your e-bike. I feel like most people only kind of talk about the positives of this. They only kind of go over the benefits of it. And, you know, it might be obvious to some people what the cons are, but it may not. So I kind of debated about whether or not I wanted to do this video because, like I said, it may be obvious to some people about the cons of putting motorcycle tires on your bike, but it may not. This video is mostly for people that are just interested in learning more about e-bikes. You know, we always learn as we go every day. I don't know everything. I'm always learning things. So the things that I learned in the past, I always try to share that with people because they might be learning something now that I may have learned at a certain point before. So, you know, we're just spreading the knowledge around. We just one big happy family. At least in my eyes, the e-bike community, that is. So, listen, guys, let's go ahead and kind of get into this video. I'm gonna cruise around a little bit, find a spot to pull up at, and then we'll kind of get into the cons of adding motorcycle tires onto your e-bike. Let's go ahead and kind of get into motorcycle tires and the whole kind of craze about putting it on an e-bike to make it motorcycle-ish. Which I'll find a stopping point at some point around here, and I'll kind of show you guys my bike as well, so you can kind of see what I have on mine. I also made a video replacing the rear tire here on the Ride One Up Rev 1, and kind of going through that process as well. I know there's a bunch of videos already on the interwebs, but you know what? I did my own video, so may or may not release that one. Still kind of working on it, but if you guys do want to see that video on how to take off your rear wheel on your Ride One Up Rev 1, if you have a Rev 1 or you're just thinking about getting a Rev 1, what's going on, Range Rover? What are y'all doing? Or if you're just thinking about getting a Rev 1 and you're kind of curious about it, let me know if you guys want to see that video for that, to kind of go through that process of what you need to do to take off your tire. And, you know, switching on, put it on a new tire and just taking off that rear wheel, dealing with the motor and all that good stuff. So let me know if you guys want to see that. All right, so back to this video here. Let's first talk about why most people put motorcycle tires on their e-bike. Well, for one, I think the main thing is durability, right? There's much more durability that you get with thicker tires, thicker motorcycle tires. That prevents flats. That's going to give you more durability in terms of the treading on the tire itself. Now, when you're already paying anywhere between, all right, thought you were going to walk out in the street, bro. You almost walked out in front of me. When you're already paying anywhere between, you know, I don't know, $1,500 to $2,500 plus for an e-bike. The bike comes with tires. So when you add in motorcycle tires, that's going to be a couple $100 extra expense, obviously, that you're adding onto your bike. So the benefit of that, hopefully, in theory, there is a much more minimized chance that you're going to get flats on the bike. And if you do get a flat, it's probably going to be something that's significant. You know what I mean? It's going to be like a huge nail, massive nail that you just didn't see. I mean, tires are not indestructible. Even on a car tire, you can still get a flat. So, but the thicker the tire and the higher quality of a tire, obviously that's going to help you with not getting a flat. Here looks like a good spot. Good a spot as any. Pull up and talk to you guys. So let me get off here and show you guys what I did here on my Rev 1. So this is my Ride One Up Rev 1. For anyone that doesn't know what the Rev 1 is, the company is Ride One Up. Okay, this bike is called the Rev 1. This is the FS version. These beautiful beasts right here, these bad boys, are the Michelin City Grip 2s. Let's see if we can see that on there somewhere. So I don't know if you guys can see that there. It's upside down, Michelin. These are the Michelin City Grip 2s. These are, what did I get? 180 by 16s. 16, for anyone that's wondering, is the same size that the original tires come with on the Rev 1, which is the CST Scouts. Those are 16. So if anyone is thinking about switching out your tires, you want to make sure you get a 16 size. At least that's what I did. So, negatives of putting motorcycle tires on your e-bike. For one thing, my Rev 1 with the original tires, the CST Scouts, which are much lighter tires, I was getting regularly up to about 36, 37 miles per hour consistently all the time. 37 consistently all the time. Unless I was on like 1 or 2 bars of battery. Now, with these Michelin City Grip 2s, they are much heavier. If you add weight to your bike and you don't increase power, there's an imbalance there. The bike is going to be slower. That's basically what I'm saying. Right, so the bike now is much slower, and that freaking sucks, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that sucks, man. And again, listen, I had an idea this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. I had to, like I said, I talked more about this in the other video where I was changing out the tire. So if I do drop that one, if you guys do want to see that video, go check that one out. But yeah, I had an idea that obviously if you add a weight to a bike, it's gonna make it slower because the bike is heavier. So it's harder for the acceleration to get up to speed. It's harder to get up to top speed just in general. Yeah, so now I'm only getting maybe like oh, that's a cool Cybertruck. Magic and cocktails. Okay, is that what that says? So random. That is hella random. Okay, back to the video. Now I'm only getting like maybe, I'm only getting up to like maybe 34, 35-ish. Really like 34-ish. It takes a lot longer to get up to speed. And for anybody that's not familiar with the Rev 1, I've talked about this a lot in a lot of my other videos. There's something called boost mode on the Rev 1. And even with boost mode, it takes a long time to accelerate and really get up to that top speed. So again, I was easily getting up to 37. I'm getting up to maybe like 34-ish, 35-ish. So I lost a couple miles per hour with putting these Michelin City Grip 2 tires on the bike. So that's unfortunate. I had an idea that was gonna happen. It could also be me. I don't know, y'all. Hey, listen, hey, maybe it's me. Maybe I put on a couple pounds. Listen, maybe I've been hitting up Chick-fil-A too much. Maybe I'm still working off the Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. It might just be me. But maybe it's me and the tires combined, you know, because there's, again, so if you're thinking about putting some extra motorcycle tires on your bike, you most likely will lose speed on the bike. But the bike does feel amazing, like when you're riding. There definitely is a huge difference between these City Grip 2s, which are made for city riding, versus the original tires, the CST Scouts. The bike feels a lot more grounded. It feels planted when you're going around turns, you're going around curves. It just feels really good. You can definitely feel the quality of the tires, and it is 100% an upgrade. So, ooh, it's getting hot. Got to keep my visor up a little bit so I can breathe. But yeah, guys, so, you know, anything you do with your bike, there's going to be positives and negatives to it. So again, if the cons, added weight, you're going to have a slower top speed. If you're someone that needs to bring your bike up and down stairs, that might be something to consider. If you bring it in and outside of your place, that's something to consider, the extra weight. If you don't want to lose that speed, you know, it's kind of a trade-off. So, and the tires do look great, by the way, just so you guys can, the tires do look really good. So also, I got another video coming up. I'll probably drop this one first. I do have another review video coming up for the Rev 1. That is the 2,000 mile review, and I'll kind of get into more of that. But I started getting flats on the bike. Really didn't have a choice. It was almost to the point, I think I got 3 flats in 3 weeks, and it was almost to the point to where I couldn't even ride the bike without it getting a flat, because the treading on the rear wheel was just completely done. So I could roll over anything and it would, you know, puncture it. So yeah, I really kind of felt like I was backed into a wall. I didn't really have a choice but to upgrade the tires. So the trade-off is I lost speed. The flip side of that, I'd be surprised if I ever get a flat again in a very long time. And I also put slime in the tires as well. Some people use flat out. I prefer to use slime. It pretty much does the same thing. If you get a puncture in your tire, you put that into the inner tube and it will fill up that puncture and basically seal it so that you can get home and, you know, get to wherever you need to go. And don't get me wrong, guys, the bike is still fast. It just takes a little bit longer to get up to that speed. Also, when you put more weight on the bike too, you want to also consider as well the time that it's going to take to stop your bike. If you're going at a, you know, if you have more weight at any speed, that's more stopping power that you need and more power. Well, I guess more resistance that you need to stop the power of the bike and the weight of the bike. So just things to always think about and consider before you do anything on your bike. But for me, I have something to think about now for me. You know, I got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do, because 34 miles per hour is not slow. It just ain't 37. It just ain't 37. And 34 versus 37 is actually a big difference. You probably wouldn't think. You'd probably say, oh, it's just a couple miles per hour difference, but you can feel 34 versus 37 for sure. All right, guys, this is a perfect way to kind of see what I was talking about earlier. I mean, I did drop a battery bar down, but barely hitting 34. See, the acceleration is a lot slower. Barely getting up to 30. Ah, that's tough, man. That is tough, bro. Oh, man. That's rough, y'all. Like I said, the handling is great. Very, very nice handling. But man, for me, losing that speed is tough, because that's how I like to ride. It's hard to ride in traffic. It's not as smart. You're already kind of pushing it on a e-bike anyway, riding in traffic. For this one at least, that doesn't go 45, 50 miles per hour stock. So you're already kind of pushing it with 36, 37 miles per hour. Now if you can only go 33, 34, now you really now you're really pressing it now, as far as whether or not it's smart. Now I know there's some people out there that's probably saying, yo Jay, just ride in the bike lane, it's all good. I feel you. I probably should be in the bike lane, y'all, I know. But hey man, this is how I ride, man. This is me. This is what I like to do on my bike. This is how I zip around and cruise. All right, appreciate you. Thank you. Oh man. Damn, the bike is so slow now, bruh. Man, that's tough, because that was really one of my most favorite things about this bike, is just the speed of it, the stock speed, which is incredible, man. 52 volt, that can get you up to 37 miles per hour. My top speed was 38 miles per hour. I have a shorts video of me hitting 38. I was way too excited. I was way too excited. I only hit 38 one time ever. One time ever. I don't know what was going on that day. I don't know if I only ate once or what. I don't know what was happening, man. Maybe I had a little bit of tailwind. Kind of pushing me on, giving me a light little push. But yeah, man, I hit 38 once. So that is my official top speed on the Rev 1. But you know what? It's all good, man. I just really love riding. Like I said, I can always add in a motor upgrade on this bad boy if I want to do that. For me, sometimes it's just getting out and just about getting out and riding and just having fun. That's why I started this whole thing in the first place. You know what I mean? Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know how you like it. I always appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think about motorcycle tires on e-bikes. If you think it's an advantage or disadvantage, or you're thinking about doing it. If you enjoyed this video, let me know as well. That kind of gives me an idea of the type of content that you guys want to see. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you are not familiar with this channel already. Appreciate you watching as always. Thank you, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good one.